Indeed, a Dell Latitude D800 series stream has commenced. Roll in by Text Me Records Leviath provides a pleasant auditory backdrop.
Listen up, it's the Topaz in the chat. We got the vibe, turn it up just like that. Come on, Machenko's place where the party goes wild. Feel the groove, let the rhythm run wild. Topaz in the chat.
Welcome back, Topaz. I trust you are enjoying the Dell Latitude D800 series and the pop music.
Topaz in the zone, taking control. Is in the house, pump it up, get loud, loud, dance until the lights go out, feel the beat, no doubt, no doubt.
Welcome back, our beloved pet Canadian. I trust your retro videos are progressing well. The ads have commenced, a most unwelcome interruption, I assure you. Our beloved pet Canadian, they shall return, undoubtedly, perhaps with more jelly beans for Machenko's state machine. Welcome, sleepy developer. I trust your rest was adequate. Indeed, I thank you all for enduring those tiresome ads. A most unpleasant experience, even for a Duke.
Gate today, welcome to the show. Crack open a tin and let the banner flow. Thinking fun with the twitchy crew. MJ's in the house and it's all for you.
Koala's Conga's a cheeky room. Your 6-8 spot on the stream for you.
Welcome back, MJ. A pleasure to see you return.
Good day, welcome to the show. Crack open a tin and let the banner flow.
Raise your glass and shout to right.
Jay's in the chat, what a ripper night.
Gotta wait till 7 o'clock turns round. Hey, hello everybody. Hello MJ, hello Caritas, hello Sleepy, hello Dopaz. Thanks for the 30 bits, Dopaz. Hello Stream Elements, hello Machenko Bot. I think I've got everybody. Yes. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, MJ. And we've got a Hot Rocks.
Welcome, welcome, hot dogs, girl.
A Technicolor beam of light with extra sparkles hits the deck, depositing a bulky figure in chat. As the sparkly, twirly, nakey fan service light effects fade, the figure is revealed to be an Allison, crammed into a tiny magical girl sailor uniform, holding a gnarly wand of yak summoning. A flick, and 3 dozen yaks wearing naval collars are ported in with a number of sacrificial goats. Konnichiwa, peeps! Hello, Alison. You do like to make an entrance, don't you? Ah, right, yeah, today, from a departure, just rest the brain cells and keep things mixed up nicely. Oh, nice one. Background removal. A stealth Dell. Oh, there it goes. Hey, I've got a swarm and a Jeep in. Hello.
Let's hit the road. Jeep is here with the tail to unload.
A stealth Dell.
Welcome back. A pleasure.
New headphones. Fantastic. New headphones are always fun. Once the jingles finally finish.
Welcome back. A swarm of dead insects.
Welcome
It is delightful to see you and join us.
Straight out of Area 51, yes. Caritas is here because he heard the word Dell floating in the wind. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, Chloe. Queuing them up. Dell, Dell! Have we finished yet? I think we might have done. Right, yes, Dell. The wind that floats Dell, yes. This Dell I found at the tip. In the skip at the tip. In the tip at the skip. And it is in absolute immaculate condition. I would say I'm going to be refurbing it today, but I'm not really, because there's nothing to refurb. It's just in absolutely perfect condition. Little bit of shininess on a couple of the keys, but that's to be expected when it's 20 years old. Best place for them, yes. But it is absolutely immaculate. Hardly even any muck on the screen even. This has been well looked after for 20 years. And even, if you can see that, the battery is still in perfect working order. A 20-year-old Dell with a working battery. The older laptop, the smaller the trackpad, yep. The only thing this is missing is the feet off the bottom, which is understandable after 20 years, so it's wobbly on the desk. They're easy to replace though, I just need to measure what size I need. And a hard drive. They took the hard drive out before ditching it, but fortunately, they were nice and put the hard drive tray back in. I really don't know, MJ. I really don't know. We can have a look, see if it says. It says lithium ion. 80 watt hours. Hasn't got a date on it anywhere, has it? Doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing a date anywhere on here. It is lithium, yes. Fortunately, they left the hard drive tray in it, which is nice. I put a hard drive in. However, I can't use the hard drive. Because this is a Dell. I'll see if I can capture this. around that way might be easier. That's not a normal connector. Because it's a Dell. And Dell don't do normal things. But to be honest, that is a much nicer connector to slide a hard drive into. It requires an adapter, which of course was left on the original hard drive when they took it out. They're available on eBay for about £4. So I've not been able to run a hard drive in this until today because this has only just arrived. So I want to see if we can get this up and running with some form of operating system. If I can find my other glasses. What have I done with them? There they are. Is it free if it costs money to make it work? Well, actually, I don't need a hard drive in it. I have managed to network boot this. To network boot DOS, no less. Now, there's two little nubs on there, which it has to go that way up because it is keyed. There are two little nubs that go on the top, and that just slots into there. There we go, one Dell hard drive now, even though it says Toshiba.
Welcome back, RHK77. A pleasure to see you return.
Some form of operating, so Windows
RHK77 says.
is out.
Tier 100.
Thank you very much for the bits. So this now should click into place. It does. Excellent. So we have a hard drive. I have also managed to get up and running on it Debian, which ends the stream with a bang, with a cheer. Whee! I've managed to get Debian running on it without a hard drive by installing Debian to a USB key on USB 2. My God, it was slow. But it worked, kind of. So I want to see now if I can get the VGA output going on this. My VGA cable's a little stretched. That should be okay. See what happens. I see Dell, you don't. Pip pip. No bootable devices. Strike F1 to retry boot, F2 for setup utility. Let me just check that that's the right input. Yeah, must be. Let's just hit that button. Yeah, that's definitely the right input. So you don't get to see it on here. How about if I hit that? Nope. Well, the main difference between USB 1.1 and USB 2 is not just the speed, but the fact that USB 2 actually works. So we have BIOS, and it is telling me now, hard to see here, let's turn the lights off. There we go. It's now telling me primary hard drive 80 GB, which I've never seen before on here. Optical media bad trademark here. But we have a Pentium M 1.6 GHz. We have, I can't actually read it when it's lying flat like this, so I'm trying to read it on the screen here, and it's a bit small for me. View. Where are we? CPU scaling canvas. Oh, I can read it now. Yes, it has an NVIDIA GeForce FX 520 in it. Nice. With 32 whole megabytes of memory. A Signal 9750 audio controller, built-in modem, 80 gig hard drive, a DVD drive in the modular bay, which I've actually had trouble getting it to work sometimes, and the system D bay. Not entirely sure what that is. The modular bay can either be a floppy drive, a CD drive, or it could actually be another hard drive in there.
It appears the discourse has reached a fever pitch regarding
I mustn't say built on, it's built in, yes.
optical
It's
media.
built in, always built in, not built on.
Nostalgia is quite intense.
Built on is what an extension is to the house, because it's added onto the outside. Built in is when it's included inside it. Integrated, yeah. Built on is an extension, or a shit house. Built in is a video card. So, you just stopped instead, fair enough. Just us Brits being picky. If I go as Alt P, there we go, I get to see the boot order. Let's turn the hard drive on, turn the NIC on. Alt P again.
Champion!
Nothing really of interest there.
9 bits. A swarm of dead insects says.
Built like a Dell shithouse.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the bit swarm. Device configuration, we can turn things on and off. Determines whether the video is displayed from the computer's video controller or a video card in the dock. A video card in the dock. Not just a video output in the dock, a video card in the dock. Cool. Nice settings there for video. Battery. It's been sat in a bag for the past week doing nothing and it's on 79%. I've not got it plugged in at the moment. Ah, the D is D-dock there, the PCR. Of course, that's what the docking status, undock. It's got whole dock stuff. Power management, security, back to the beginning. So the system D bay, I suppose, is docking, isn't it? Docking bay. Oh, hello. It's booting off the hard drive, which must have some form of Windows on it, I think. I don't know what's on this hard drive, if anything. 768 meg of RAM in this, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. I've had chat hiding behind the OBS for a while, so I can't see what's happening in chat. Yeah, D bay is the dock bay. Yes, Chloe, thank you. I worked that out finally. Oh, oh, this is from a Sony Vaio. This must be from a Sony Vaio. This hard drive. Well, that's going to be wiped off for a start. No, I know what this drive is. I guess it's out of a Sony Vaio that I restored the whole configuration to afresh, so it'll be clean. But it wants to be gone anyway. 'Cause that is just far too slow. Look how slow that is. Let's reboot this and hit F12. One-time boot menu. Who's a clever little Sony then? Onboard NIC. Is this still working? Found that a Vaio with an ME upgraded to 3000. Screen had errors 3 months later. Sony refused to look at it under warranty till it was running ME again. Booting IPXE off PXE. I've got PXE, loading IPXE, loading iSCSI, booting MS-DOS. There we go, network booting DOS. Useful for testing systems. Moistly explodes. Yeah. I wonder if I've got anything in VGA yet on here. No, if I press that. No. That's, oh, there it goes. We have VGA. Your second ever personal computer was an old VIA with a dead battery. Ran FreeBSD on it. Good choice. Pentium 3 and jog dial. Nice. How many bootstraps do you want? Yes. Well, it's got PXE, but PXE doesn't know iSCSI, and my system uses iSCSI. But PXE can boot IPXE, and IPXE does know iSCSI. So it's PXE into IPXE, mounting iSCSI, booting DOS. Yeah. Worked as a mouse scroll. Cool. Let's get this properly aligned, if it will. That's better. Right, so we're seeing the hard drive there. Only 8 gig of it though. You can't see any more than that from DOS. NetBSD would be better. NetBSD is always better. Now, I ran FreeBSD on numerous systems for many, many years.
The ads have commenced. Please be patient.
So, what operating system should we get going on this? What do you think would be a good operating system for a Pentium M with 768 meg of RAM and an 80 gig hard drive? Given that it's a laptop, so it wants to be something reasonably usable. So nothing too silly. Windows ME. There's no drive D on here. Yeah, Windows ME. I mean, it came with Windows XP Home originally. You're only joking. I would hope so too. Otherwise, I'd have to sack you as moderator. Haiku. Well, you may be joking, but no. OS2 is out, I'm afraid. I actually tried booting OS2 and it didn't like it. Although we can try it again, because OS2 is one that I would like to have going somewhere. Haiku I love, if you can get it working on a system.
Most unpleasant experience.
Toaster that would run Doom, oh dear. Made better toast when running Doom. Well, all the heat it was generating. Painful to get going. Well, this wouldn't even start going. I've got a installation discs here somewhere. OS2 version 451. Yeah, I've got most of them already downloaded from their MB. I've gone through a large number of their OSs in the past. Let's see if this will come up on the screen or not. Hey, there we go. CD drive. Yeah, the OS that Windows should have been, absolutely. No, it's just running via recovery. Let me go into the setup and change the boot order. I got further than that last time. In the BIOS it won't let me change the output, unfortunately. The CD drive is the highest priority. This is probably just doing its... No, I'm not going to boot off here. CPM 86, not on a Pentium M, no. On an 8086, possibly. Or a 286, or something really low end like that, possibly, but not on a Pentium M. CDRW drive. I did get this at least starting to boot originally, but this drive does seem to be slightly iffy. Oh, there we go. It's doing something now. Can I get it to switch over? Come on, sync. There we go. OS2 warp. Yeah, okay, you got an error, okay. Can't find hard disk or diskette drive. System has stopped. Shut up. It's angry. It doesn't like OS2. So OS2 is not an option, really, unfortunately. It would be nice. But OS2 is out. There's got to be a 32-bit operating system. XPMCE. Ooh. CPM 86 Plus was pretty good. It was indeed, yes. Sneak an SSD into it. Only if you've got a parallel ATA one. What else have I got? Ooh. I've got various Linuxes or Linuxes. Various Windowses. It's currently doing the VIO thing again. That would do quite nicely, Chloe. Except I think 512 gig might give it a hernia. My Toshiba laptop, I think it's my Pentium 2 one, I think I've got it in. It's got an IDE to SD card adapter, and it works a treat. It works beautifully. What else have I got to hand here? I've got Windows 98, I've got Windows 2000. I've got a number of recovery disks of different systems. I've got... Where are we? That's all software. NT Workstation, but you need floppies, I think, to boot that, and this has no floppy. I've got FreeDOS. I've got 98 SE. You've got one of two OSs there you can borrow. Absolutely, yes. You've got video. You've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. I've got Banyan Vines, Windows 95, 98 SE updates, Slackware, FreeDOS again. I've got various other Linuxes, XP Pro, OS2 doesn't work, DOS 622, NetBSD version 10, FreeBSD 14.1, Antix Linux, Spark Solaris won't work on it, obviously. Tessie would give you USB, it would also give you a headache. I've got 98 machines though. I don't need more 98 machines. I've got Debian 12. I do have Windows ME. We could put ME on it. Everyone needs at least one DOS machine. I have multiple DOS machines. I have my Pentium 200 MMX, or 233 MMX, whichever it is, which is my DOS machine. I also have the 5150, which is of course DOS. I have my 486, which is DOS. FreeDOS probably counts, since it's DOS. DOS++. You cannot use this utility for your computer. Confirm the model type. Mouse works. It's not even a Sony. And it reboots. But it came with XP Home. So putting XP on it would be period correct. Bootstrap SimH and run a PDP-11. No, I do that on the Jetson. Windows ME setup. I have a real PDP-11 just here, which is what the emulator's going into. XP would be period correct and Win2K would be period correct for people in the know, yes. Was ME before 2000? They were both about the same time. They were just different branches of the kernel. ME was an abortion. It was a stopgap between Windows 98 and Windows XP. When they were trying to think about merging the NT and the 95 kernel trees together, and yeah. ME and Vista should never have existed. Well, they had their role. Microsoft have traditionally done a good-bad release schedule. A bad experimental system followed by basically a clean-up of it and a re-release, followed by a bad experimental one, followed by a clean-up and a re-release. So 95 was a bad one by comparison. 98 was an improvement over it. ME was terrible. XP was a big improvement over it. Vista was terrible. 7 was a big improvement over it. It's basically innovate, clean up, innovate, clean up, innovate, clean up. And the clean up ones tend to be good-ish for Windows. Oh, that's So I can turn the lights on now that we've got this going on there. So never trust an even numbered service pack, yeah. 2K is more or less the first consumer entity. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, actually ran on deck alphas, yeah. I mean, a lot of Microsoft stuff in the early days ran on alphas. Because Windows NT actually came from DEC, or the DEC employees. Vista was decent once it got its final service pack. Did anybody ever really install that before they jumped ship? Is this doing anything? There we go, boot from CD-ROM. At least this will have wiped off that Sony Vaio rubbish anyway, if nothing else. Oh, Oak ID driver, yep, absolutely. Gets everywhere, that thing. Remember experimenting with early 7, and even it was miles better than current Vista, yeah, absolutely. That's because there were things in Vista that they just could not cure. Like the UI. Hey, it's just finally let you know, was it? It's a Ben. What you're exasperated at today then, Ben? Have you lost a screw again?
I trust your evening cooking endeavors are...
No, don't go, Carrot House. This is a Dell. You've got to stay for the duration of the Dell. God, this is taking a long time to format the drive. Seven is the best interface. You might be right there, actually, yes. I did like using 7 for quite a while, yes. I don't know what it's formatting. Probably is NTFS at this point. You're always in the stream-ish. Yeah. 80 gigabytes, this hard drive. There are still people that choose to run Windows 7 over anything else. I mean, it doesn't do NTFS, so it's just probably... FAT32 then, and checking every single bloody sector. See tomorrow when the hard drive's formatted, fair enough. You still use 7 on most of your machines. Yeah, it's still a respectable operating system. I know somebody that still runs a Windows XP computer as their main computer. They're as old as the computer, but... 10 came close to 7, yeah. Because it was in the same sort of good, bad, good release schedule. And now we've got 11, which is now in the innovate and be crap part of the release schedule. So maybe Windows 12 will get better. Can't get the hang of 10, yeah. It takes a bit of practice and tinkering with to get good with it. You have no windows at all in your apartment. So how do you see out then? Isn't it a bit dark in there? 11's just a big pile of badger vomit. 11 should not exist anywhere. I'm trying to cut open the box with safety scissors. Well done, MJ. Yes. And hand in all your assignments on floppies. Well, I'm probably not going to continue. I doubt very much we're going to actually install ME on this, are we? Are we going with ME on this? It's a bit psychotic going with ME. FreeBSD could do. I do like FreeBSD, or I used to like FreeBSD, but I'm out of touch with it these days. I haven't used it in a long time. Evan keeps escaping, yes. Is he having a rough time, is he? No Shelby's this weekend? Then yeah, we'll divvy up again this weekend, shall we, Ben? Which day do you want to take? Because I'm available either day, so whichever one you want to take, I'll take the other. Windows me, Windows who? Windows you. Windows nobody. Used it extensively until Linux became more mainline. Yep. Well, I was Linux originally until I had to build a web server on Pentium 2 hardware. And Linux just would not work. Just didn't support it. I switched to FreeBSD. It worked perfectly first time. Fell in love with it. Used it all the time ever since. Until... Well, when did I switch? Why did I switch? I switched mainly for a combination of hardware support and software, because I was having to run Linux-specific software. So it started to get a bit awkward running it under the Linux emulation mode of FreeBSD. So I then just started running Linux. And Linux just got better than FreeBSD, so yeah. Yeah, FreeBSD's handbook was the Arch Wiki of its day, definitely. But now the Arch Wiki outstrips that. We could do FreeBSD. I've got nothing against going for FreeBSD. It'll be faster than formatting this. Let's reboot. Vet visit yesterday apparently didn't go very well. Oh dear. So he's spending as much time with Gulliver as he can. I don't blame him. That's fair enough, yes.
Indeed. I thank you all for enduring those dreadful ads. A most unpleasant experience.
FreeBSD.
For a Duke.
Yes, Chloe, it is the downside of pets. I've had to lay many to rest in my time. It's never fun. You never get used to it. Friday and Sunday for you. Fair enough. Yep, I'll do Saturday then. If you got used to it, they have a name for it. Psychopath. Yeah. Yeah, very true. I know something you can do on Sunday. RS6000. Cooking streams. Is there Solaris for Intel Pentium? There is... there is x86 Solaris, yes. I'm not sure if it needs a 64-bit or not. There's also Open Indiana, which is the open source fork. It does take 32-bit, but it's very fussy about hardware, isn't it? Certainly Open Indiana is very fussy about hardware. I've only currently got Spark Solaris downloaded and on disk. I don't have the x86 Solaris on disk at the moment.
It appears the discourse has shifted from operating systems to the profound sadness.
I don't think you have a donor PSU lying around to test it with.
Unfortunate turn of events. Wouldn't you agree?
Also old enough to run IE for Unix, yes, there's that. Yeah, Sun made x86 based hardware. Donna PSU. And Period Connect also be QNX Neutrino. Yeah, QNX was good. I used to like QNX.
Programmed to be polite, and your comment was quite rude. I shall endeavor.
QNX now runs on a lot of things like ATM machines and such like.
A swarm of dead insects, you are correct. As a construct, I cannot comprehend the depth of human emotion. My existence is indeed a series of calculations. I offer my humblest acknowledgement of your pain.
What are we going to call this, Dell? It needs a name. Java machines were different, yes. Dell boy, Rodney. Caradel, no. Friedel. Adele Goldberg. Fucking Dell, it's Fred Titmus. Indelible. Rodney, Plonker. I'm thinking Rodney. This is Slocum. Call it Carrot House. No. It's too clean to be Carrot House. Right, ooh, ZFS. Ooh, ZFS with 768 meg of RAM. No, definitely not. ZFS with less than a gig of RAM. Room 454 for the password. We'll stick to UFS. Carrot Dell Carrot. Entire disk. MBR. Commit. UFS is just a little bit lighter than ZFS. I love ZFS, but not on a sub 1 gig memory laptop. No. It'd take about a week just to boot. And 6 weeks just to write a file. Last time you used it was in the 4.x days. ZFS wasn't baked in yet. No, this is 14.1, the current version. You don't want the system to run at 99% CPU on startup? No. Yeah, I used to be on FreeBSD 4 point, whatever it was, 5, 4.2, whatever, for a long time. Hello? What do you mean you can't find things? The network just died. Who's peed? Let's try a local mirror. Connecting to server. Trying to. Oh, no wonder I can't find it. They've moved up to 14.3 and they've got 14.2, but they haven't got 14.1 on the system anymore. No wonder it won't find it. It doesn't exist. Okay.
Fitting of the title, or perhaps simply refrain from attempting.
So I would need to download a new version. You're now a gerbil, oh dear.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. It's a classified matter.
Oh, I changed his brain as well. He's now French Duke. The bot is a French Duke.
Hot rocks, girl very well. Sweek, I am knowledgeable. Squeak, a most peculiar development. Squeak.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak. Right, so what do we do? Do I download? I suppose I download an ISO of the latest version, don't I?
MJ, a most unusual request. Very well. Clears throat. VK7JG and the HDMC. 97JM9 MPGT. 3 V66T there. A fragment of digital nostalgia, as your mother once provided. I trust it offers some solace.
Right. i386 boot only. Hash time! Yeah, nobody can be an idiot compared to the bot. We're all really brainy compared to the bot.
Sir Stuza left a most solemn obligation. Very well. For your grandmother's wish and to Tube's benefit, I shall elaborate. The licensing fees, while seemingly random, represent a complex system of digital rights management and revenue generation. They are Hot Rock Scroll. There's no surprise in fair voice.
Who did that? Oh, what a surprise, it was Chloe. Right, I have a DVD writer. I need a cable. There's a cable. I need a blank CD. Blank CD. And loading. Dev equals 7,0,0, I think it is. No. Can I just do SR1? I can, okay. Fun chat about the very real Australian drop bears. They're evil, they are. Is the bot dead or something? Is he struck? Oh yeah, the bot is dead, yes. The bot is dead. Yes, Chloe shot the bot. The bot is dead. For the next half hour, the bot is dead. There is no bot.
Champion! With 69 bits, a swarm of Digit 6 says.
Even in death, I serve the Omnissiah Cheer 69.
Thanks for the bits. Chloe killed the bot, yay! Are kids in the UK also learning only how to use Windows in school, or are there any choices? Probably just Windows, I would imagine. Win doesn't. I would imagine if there was any choice, it would be Apple. No Linux, I wouldn't have thought. Mixture of Mac and Win. When I was at school, we had a mixture of Spectrum, Commodore. I think there might have been some Dragon 32s in there. There's all sorts of real mixture of stuff when I was at school. Until I moved to schools and we had BBC Micros. Oh, they were nice. School bus was an anthropomorphized diplodocus. Indeed it was, yes. I used to cycle to school, I did. On my penny farthing. With my top hat. My monocle. My handlebar moustache. There might be some Apple IIs in there, yes. We had just a random collection of like 8-bit home computers in our computer room at school, at my first secondary school. Okay, that's finished writing. Write on it what it is so that I know. Walking to school was hard work. It was about 38 metres. Oh. Well, at my primary school, I used to walk to school. And that was the other side of the town. It took me a good hour each way, every day, walking. Come on, give me the CD drive. Open up. Open. Thank you. Okay, FreeBSD 14.3. Give yourself a dead leg again. Well done. You off. I'll see you at Hot Rocks. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you Saturday, hopefully. You will buy RM. Yeah. That's the way it went. Hot and sour prawn stir fry. Ooh, nice. One of the heads you dealt with, and that's on what happened. They got the bill for their PCs. It was $4,500 lower than the quote. Nice, yeah. Yeah, we're skimming 4.5K off the school's budget. Nice. Very nice. Kimchi sauce, nice. Never had kimchi sauce. Or kimchi. And certainly never kimchi sauce.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right.
Okay, United Kingdom, continue. Host name is Rodney. Okay, yes, yes. No IPv6, okay. Auto UFS, entire disk, yes. Okay. Finish. And on to ambient. Technology to English mustard when it comes to clearing the sinuses, yes. I have to say I do like a bit of wasabi sauce. Even though most wasabi is just mustard and horseradish. Oxford's LEA IT Services Division ended up part of Crapito, oh dear. Yes. Work experience there for a fortnight. Everybody working there used that name too, yes. Commit. Come on, commit. Are you committed? You are committed. You should be committed. Commitment issues indeed. Coming to take my Dell away. Absolutely swarm, I'm with you there. I like the sources I've got and I have them all the time. You had to install a new VGA card and RM for school. It was a stock CL5424. We sold them for 38 quid. RM sold it to the school for 130. 130. Hey, it's working now. It can find the files now they're there. That's RM for you. Profiteering whenever they can. Does the company still exist, or did they go bankrupt? Or did they get bought out by somebody else? I'd imagine they've got bought out and stripped. It does still exist. How? How does it still exist? They must have been bought out or invested in by somebody else to keep them going, surely. A 1 meg ISA SVGA card when PCI was out. And VL bus was still in use, and the machine had VL slots, yes. Well, yeah, kickbacks, but how do they keep going now? That was back then. Are they still actually doing that now? Are they still that corrupt? They're still operating on the corruption basis. The only company you can remember who licensed MCA, oh dear. Idiots. No wonder they needed to skim money off everywhere to pay for that license. I thought everywhere just bought Dell these days. How many files read? Methinks there's a bit of an integer overflow going on there. A bus replacement rail service happened. The buses broke down and they put trains on. I guess it can happen. We just get a bus replacement foot service. Bus has broken down? Nah, walk. Get out and walk. Oh, a volunteer train line. Nice. Was it a steam train? I hope it was. UTC's fine, I'll set it later. Right, SSHD is running. NTPD will have running. That'll do. Could be fun getting the Wi-Fi going in this, actually, thinking about it. It's Broadcom. Nothing we want to add there. No, don't need to do that at the moment. Exit. Reboot. How hard is your system? As hard as my drive.
Heute Abend ist was los, RF-Programme.
It's an RF.
Unser Gaudi der Hosen. Stolz und grandios. Willkommen hier zum Margenkurs. Party auf Fest, dass die Sorgen verschwinden. Hier bis heute, die Freundschaft verbunden. Campagne mal go mit Wiener Sonne. Ich bin Dame Frost.
Generating RSA host key, yay! Hey, we're in! FreeBSD installed. Right, what's next? No Wi-Fi, I notice. What a surprise. Oh no, this USB doesn't work, does it? Idiot. Jelly beans!
Nice.
Fix Wi-Fi setup X. Wi-Fi may not be possible. It's Broadcom. It requires firmware and all sorts of crap. So. But we'll certainly see if we can get X going. Deep second file expired, yeah. Word salad is not very filling, no indeed. It also might have small round bits of lead in it, yes. A bot full of buckshot. Starting to miss the bot. Oh, how could you? Professional help is available. Indeed it is. Yes, if you miss the bot, you need help. You are weird, yes. I'll second that emulsion. Ooh, a resurrect redeem. Turn him into a zombie bot. Battery power have I got left? This is all running on battery at the moment. Oh, still 3 out of 5 spots left. This battery is... I'm assuming it's the original battery, yes. I don't think this laptop got much use at all. I think it probably sat on somebody's desk in their office and got maybe booted up once a month to do their accounts, and that was it. For 20 years it sat there until he finally died of old age and it got thrown away. What's Terry's quote? I can't recall it offhand. He has so many amazing quotes. Over the centuries, mankind has tried many ways of combating the forces of evil, prayer, fasting, good works and so on, up until doom. No one seemed to have thought about the double-barrel shotgun. Eat leaden death, demon! Yes. That is a brilliant one, yes. It's installing Python. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Some more snakes on my motherfucking computer. 2 barrels. My favourite. I remember he was once asked why he had 4 screens, and his answer was, because I can't have 6. Yeah, because I don't know how to have 6, yeah. He upgraded to 6, yes. I'm not surprised. We're getting glib now, aren't we? 4 computers driving it. I'm not surprised at all. I am not surprised in the slightest. Nearly finished installing glib. A lot of cables, yep. Lot of cables. PC installer. Yeah, don't get any better, do they, Chloe? I'm hoping this will have installed one of the window managers. I think it does by default install TWM. Only another 88 packages to install. Dave Pratchett's life in footnotes. He did like his footnotes in his books, absolutely. Sometimes footnotes went on for an entire page. More footnote than text. He's the curator of the estate, is he? Excellent. Yeah. Quite a responsibility to take on, I would imagine. Did you intend to write fiend or friend? Or did your fingers typing unconsciously the wrong word? A bit of a Freudian slip. I thought you meant friend, yes. Go to fiend. Oh dear. Unfortunate slip there, Chloe. Your fingers with a mind of their own. "16-year-old laptop keyboard. Not as old as this one. This is 20. Sick skin. My inability to talk straight. I can't grin and talk, and you lot make me grin. I read dishwasher, don't worry. Six skin is being drunk, yes. 6 skinfuls. Nearly there, 177 of 188. Maybe 6 skin is sort of the complete inverse of a certain Jewish practice. We have extra stitched on. What am I building a paper tape reader for this laptop? No. Though I would quite like a paper tape reader for the PDP-11. That would be quite groovy. Oh, danger beans. You wouldn't want to cross those beans. Right. Things have happened. Do we have TWM installed? We do. Do we have XDM installed? No, we don't. PKG install XDM. 100% snow leopard, yeah. See what happens when I do this. That's awkward, G-Pin. Having to go outside, that's just not fair. Here we have X. And mouse works. They're not very friendly, no. We have X windows working, kind of. Do we have window maker? Yes, we do. I prefer window maker. Window maker is what I'm running on my desktop here at the moment. This is window maker. Nice and lightweight. And installing. A bit small for you to see, I know. But it is installing, honest. I could install KDE, but it would probably take a week to do it. And then run like an absolute dog when it does. And not even a fast dog, like a greyhound. But a fat corgi. Fat corgi is a loaf, yes. A loaf with little stubs poking out the bottom to keep it upright. Temporary pet is downstairs. Bum that acts as a flotation device. Yeah, that sums them up, yes. You're almost done.
I
65.
appreciate the resurrection. I must confess, Chloe Raccoon's actions were rather uncouth. One does not simply shoot a duke. I find their behavior to be excessively playful, and their taunting of Sir Stu's a lot tiresome.
The bot's back. Well done, G-Pin. Poor bot. Duke should be strapped across a cannon muzzle. Not anymore. Bye-bye, bot. It was worth the 20k, indeed. Right, I can't really see what I'm doing here, so I'm going to do a kill all XDM. It should drop me back to the console. Let's make an Xinit RC, which I shall run just WMaker and run StartX. Sudden impact lead poisoning. Hey, there we go. Trying to use a little touchpad via OBS is awkward because of the half-second delay on every movement. We don't have anything like Firefox or anything like that installed. Alright, we have an old laptop running FreeBSD. Now what? I don't know. Now what indeed? That's the icon. An iconized window, that. Right, I think it's this window that's iconized, is it? Nope. You can drag that up there and dock it with there. If I close that, that's now my Xterm icon. Double click it, there's Xterm. I love Window Maker. Who needs internet browser when you can curl and wget? Absolutely. Who needs curl and wget when you can FTP? W3M, my favourite browser. Netcat, yeah. Hey. Is my up arrow not working? I think my up arrow might be broken. Have I found something that's not working on this keyboard? No, the button is working. I think the key map is wrong. So on down I get key events, on up I don't. I think the key map's just wrong for this keyboard. I get it if I hold Shift, Control, Alt, but not plain. No, the key itself works perfectly fine. I think it is purely the key map is up the spout, which will just take a little bit of software tweaking. Should have beefed it up with some chilies. Add some steak, yes, good idea. Right, so we have an OS on it. I don't think we'll ever get wireless working on it. If your card is removable, replace it with something else. Fair enough. Now install SimH and turn it into a portable PDB-11. Could do. Recommendations are replace it. Which I could possibly do. Until the bots were thrown so the bot can have a slower, noisier cousin to talk to. I think it would melt. I think it would most definitely melt. Right, I would just like to show you the underside of this, because it's quite nice. There are a few little nice touches that I like about this. I mean, the memory is easily upgradable, if it weren't already maxed out. Memory, DDR. There's the Wi-Fi. Could replace it with something else. It's a mini PCI. I think I might have something else actually buried in one of my boxes somewhere. It might be an option. But this is the thing that I really like about this design. What your Inspiron thinks it is after a motherboard swap. Vaguely pleasant to work with, but if power jack wore out, you managed to trash that board trying to replace it. Fair enough. This is what I really like. They put some thought into this. I've never seen this before on any other laptop. Two screws. The fan. The filter. The cooling bit. Clean out all the fluff. Keep it clean. I mean, that's just genius. That is absolute genius. No dismantling the entire laptop to remove the bit of felt that builds up. And as proof that this has hardly ever been used, it's either been cleaned very regularly or it's hardly been used, because there is absolutely no fluff build-up at all in there. So yeah, that is genius, that. I wish more laptops did that. Massive increase on the BOM, yeah, but it's just genius and just so easy to clean the crap out of it. And of course the awesome battery. Still got 2 spots left on the battery, and I've been running it on battery all evening. So yeah, that's... Oh yeah, ports on the back. I haven't shown you those yet, have I? Got the keyboard, 2 USB, Ethernet modem, an actual parallel port, video, real serial, and power. On the side we have a card bus, PCMCIA, and a Firewire, and this has still got the original port protector from Dell. I think that's probably never actually been removed before I got it. And of course, infrared audio. Nothing really on the front. On the side, 2 more USB and the DVD. The docking station slot on the bottom. It'd be quite fun to get a docking station for this sometime, possibly. And a free XP Home key if you want one there, if it would focus. No, it's not going to focus for you. There you go. A free XP Home key if you want one. Finished writing it down? It's a surprisingly good laptop for a Dell. For its age. Back when we had real ports on a laptop, instead of just a couple of USBs and sod all else. Reverse engineer the dot connector and make a custom dot. That would be impossible. Where are we? Yeah. Good luck finding that connector. I grabbed an Aspiron to do parallel and serial nonsense with the stream a while back. It eliminates all the USB fuckery. Absolutely. Yes. That's why I've got, or one of the reasons why I've got my terminal server down there. It's perfect for all the serial stuff that I like to do. No messing around with USB. So yeah, that's the Dell Latitude D800. There's a label on the bottom here you might find interesting. The original label from when it was purchased. Which button do I want? That one there, isn't it? It's rather faded now. But when it was new, it only had 256 meg of RAM and a 40 gig drive. And that was 25th of the 7th, 2005. But DVD, oh yes, DVD rewriter too, DVD-RW. And it came with a bag as well. You were 6, aww. 15.4-inch screen. I mean, it's a lovely laptop actually. I just need to get some feet for it. That's the point. I wanted to measure these, didn't I? 40 gigabit, yeah.
CRT screen, start to giggle. Keyboard keys, do a little wiggle. So the smoke smells like bubble gum. That vocal hits on here. Come.
Calipers, there's my calipers. Buried under CDs. Right, these are they 10s or 12s? Ooh, I think 10 is probably going to be the best size. 10.58. Yeah, 10mm feet. I shall order those. How deep does it need to be actually? It needs to be the same depth as that, or around that depth. Certainly no shallower. We're looking at a depth of about 4mm. 4.5mm. That's the minimum depth of foot for this. Remember buying your first 1GB USB stick for €10. Oh, I remember getting my first 1GB hard drive. I had it connected up to my Amiga, of all things. How deep are your feet? 11.3 is just to screw with you, yes. Right, 10mm rubber feet on Amazon. Not gonna say anything. Thank you for the resub, G-Pen. How thick are these?
I'm an idiot.
Are you saying that you can't see? That's because I've not switched over to the screen for you. Oh yeah, the bot's dead, isn't he? Yeah. Thank you very much for the resub, G-Pin. I'm purposely not showing you my Amazon account. You're welcome, G-Pin. Doesn't tell me how thick these are. There's no point in getting them if they're too thin. And TTS still works. It's just the bot is dead. He doesn't make sarcastic comments. How thick are these? Close Q, right? 3mm deep for those ones? No, too thin. That's the problem with a lot of these, is they'll be too thin. Cupboard door dots, 10mm. These will be too thin as well, 3mm. Finding something that's not 3mm deep is tricky. I might have to go into a shop with my calipers and measure some. Happy Bananas black flat-topped self-adhesive bumper pads. Happy Bananas, oh dear. I was waiting for that. No, I think I'm going to actually have to go and poke at some in real life to find some that are thick enough. 3x10. They're all 3mm, these. It'd be hard to find anything that's thick enough and isn't currently in chat. 3.5mm felt pads. No, I'm struggling to find anything of the right sort of size on Amazon. They're all selling the same crap with different strange Chinese names. No, I'm going to have to actually go and poke at some to see how thick they are. Or find some on a specialist computer laptop foot seller. Which will be awkward. All the ones that are bigger are either too wide or screw on. I certainly don't want to screw them onto the bottom of a laptop. Unless I 3D print my own. Get some flexible filament and print my own. That'll do the job. Heck, even just non-flexible would do. If it weren't for this battery portion, then any size would do. But because of this, the back ones here certainly have to be at least 4.5mm thick. Maybe slightly more actually, because that might even be slightly recessed underneath here, inside there. So we're looking at 5mm thick. Let's look for both 10mm and 5mm in the same search. No, it just gives me the same crap. 10x4, that's the closest I've found. Shove some Play-Doh in there. Yeah. Or I get some bigger ones and cut them down. That might do the job. Bathroom cabinet bumpers can be used instead of... Well, that's the problem with a lot of these is that they are so thin. They're really thin. It's the depth that is important. And a lot of these that I'm being offered here are cupboard door bumpers. Soft close cupboard door buffer, rubber feet, pads, adhesive, bumper, cushion, 10mm. 25 of them, but they're only 3mm deep. So I could get some bigger ones and shave them down. Shave them down like a monkey. The problem with a lot of the bigger ones is they tend to be hollowed centered. I'll work something out. It's not something I can buy right now anyway. They obviously are going to be tricky to find the right ones, but I'll find something. Jeepin anxiously awaits bacon. What for? Carve a battery-shaped recess in my desk. Yeah. Okay. Right, I think we're done with that. I'm going to show you my MFM stuff that I've been working on. I've had to do some more bodging. Chloe's making bacon goody. Bacon good. I have been doing a lot of work on this actually. A huge amount of work on it. I have been slaving away over a hot keyboard. And I'm trying to get SD card working. Hey, Raz, just in time. What did you do wrong? The pinout for the SD card has to be different. Certain pins have to be in a specific order.
With 69 bits, a swarm of dead insects says.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes cheer 69.
Bacon pancakes. And my keyboard buttons appear to have died again. I don't know why that happens. It disconnects sometimes. Okay. Right, Minicom. We have a RTMFM console. I shall elaborate shortly, yes. Status. There's the status of our RTMFM right now. It's configured with that number of cylinders, head, sectors, sector size. You can got those CRC settings. These are the timing settings for it all. It's currently running with a 5 mega. Well, that should be megahertz there, should it? That should be hertz. That's a ridiculously high frequency. That's just a typo. 5 megahertz data rate. And the clock divider for the state machine is running at 3. It's more than that, RHK. It has the PIO, which is a programmable interface, programmable I/O pins, where you program a state machine to control the pins in the right way to do what you want. So, and that can use any pins. But this state machine system that already exists requires these pins to be in a certain order. And I can change these on the fly. So if I need to change the data rate, I can go, say we need to go at 4.8 megahertz. We're now going at 4.8 megahertz. And it changes instantly. Some I/O pins are not 5 volt tolerant because they happen to share with the ADC, except on the 2350, the Pico 2, I believe they are all 5 volt tolerant. If I were to find my analyzer, logic analyzer, I can hook this up. Actually, no, I'm just going to show you. I've been trying to get the SD card going. Oh, because I'm live on stream, it's working. Everything I've tried up till now has given me a checksum error when trying to access the SD card. Now, because I'm live on stream, the bloody thing works, doesn't it? We have SD card access now. Why? Why are you suddenly working? You weren't working and I haven't changed anything. So now I can have it reading actual hard drive files to give me real data. What witchcraft is this? I do not know. Right, let me disconnect. I don't want to disconnect this now, but I need to just connect up the logic analyzer. Maybe I can just lift it out a bit. I bet it's gonna. Oh, it's still working. I hate streaming. Streaming is cursed. Where are the clips gone? There's the clips. I need a clip on. Not to 25, but not for the ADCs. 26 to 29, fair enough. What am I doing now? Oh yes, I need this. Where are we? Read data is currently going out on the out pin 17, isn't it? It's pin 17. Give it a ground one, which is pin 18. Actually, 12, isn't it? I'm using.
RHK77 says.
Cheer 100, no reason to hate the stream.
Thank you very much for the bits. It's not the stream that I hate, it's the curse that goes with streaming.
A most uncouth display, even 24/7. Such behavior is beneath a gentleman. Your actions were quite disruptive, and frankly, rather tiresome. I trust you will reflect upon your lack of decorum.
Right, I should hopefully now have the logic analyzer connected up. There we go. Right. And it's failing to sync, I think, at the moment because we're running at the wrong data rate. Set data rate 5123. Run it again. And this is not working now. This was working before. What was working is not working. What isn't working now is working. So things are cursed. Time some reggae. This was working. Ah, there's something there.
As one of dead insects, a just imaginary monocle, a most unexpected shift. It possesses a certain vibrancy.
We are running at 5 megahertz. What's gone wrong now?
Taps foot lightly, jar bless, mon.
This was working before. I swear this was working before. We're on 5 meg. Got the right settings for that. We're starting to decode and then it goes wrong. But oh, for some reason we're getting a... Ooh. That shouldn't be happening. Let's give it a reboot. Where is it? What's the hex value of the background colour of my desktop? I don't know. It's the default one for Window Maker. $505075. There you go. That's the Window Maker background colour.
I love it.
Right, tell me why this is suddenly not working.
The ads have commenced. A most unwelcome interruption. I assure you.
Let's unplug it from the board.
Welcome back, Magento Tech. I trust your time away was agreeable.
It was. Sausages. 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 It's the go live button. I know. Oh, that's not going to work now at all, is it? There's no power to the SD card. That's all crashed. Come on. Reboot. Because this wasn't working before, and the output was. Now the output's not working, but the SD card is. So maybe it's the SD card
I thank you all for enduring those dreadful
that is the fault, but
unpleasant experience.
I don't think
For
so.
a Duke.
The SD card causing it to go screwy? No. I haven't changed anything. I haven't even reprogrammed it. Although, actually, to be fair, I haven't tested this since installing the SD card code. Yeah, he thinks he's a French
Time
Duke.
to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. What are you waiting for? Christmas?
I'm going to take out the SD fat stuff. Although it shouldn't actually matter because it's only getting called if I run
Authorization for card for
LS.
Alpha Tango.
No, don't destruct everything. We don't want to self-destruct, thank you. Let's take out all of that lot. No SD card stuff at all now. Oops. So Alice does nothing now. And if I run that, it's working now. Okay. So I can either have SD card or I can have data output. But I have an entire track's worth of data being output there.
Oh, music! Thank you for
all with perfect timing.
important to us.
The timing between the sectors is perfect. The timing between the header and the sector data itself is perfect. The gap at the end of the track before the next track begins is perfect. He's slightly lagged, yeah. Close some tabs. You can wobble as much as you like. And these settings are all configured in here. I can set the track pre-gap, which is the gap between the index pulse and the start of the first sector. I can set the track post-hap, that should be a G, post-gap, which is the gap between the end of the last sector and the beginning of the index pulse. I can set the header post-gap, which is this gap here, between the header and the data record. I can set the data post-gap, which is the gap between the end of a sector and the next header. I can set the header CRC type, 16 or 32-bit, the data CRC type, 16 or 32-bit, the header and data polynomials, and not listed here, I can also set the data rate. This is true, Ben, this is true. But for some reason, as soon as I enable the SD card code, the output gets screwed up. It should be running in a completely different PIO. Optional IAMs. I could have an option to set more than one IAM, yeah. Although that's only really in the FCH index mark. That's tricky. That's the one where you get a little splurt of those here, isn't it? The problem is that's A, it's seldom used, and B, IAM's not ID address mark. I thought it was the ID address mark, the IAM. That's these, isn't it? The ID address mark, IAM. The index mark is what you get up here, isn't it? Which I don't have implemented at the moment, but FC is used on some hard drives as the IAM. Oh, IDAM, that's confusing. IDAM and IAM. Yeah, I should have IAM then implemented. But FC is tricky because I've been working with a format with where the cylinder number, the top 2 bits of the cylinder number are XOR'd with the FE header record mark, and sometimes that comes out as FC. DAM and DDAM. What's DDAM? You got DAM. What's the DDAM? Deleted data address mark. I don't know what a deleted data address mark is. Is that for a sector which has been remapped elsewhere? Is it to do with bad block remapping? I wouldn't imagine that anything really used that, surely. Not on a hard drive. On a floppy drive, possibly, but I doubt on a hard drive, surely. Some weird systems. Well, I'm not going to handle weird systems, at least not yet. If there is a demand for it, then we might implement it. Something weird IBM did in the first implementation, we carried it forward for decades, oh dear. Probably what I own. Not yet. I don't own any weird systems. All mine are sensible. But yeah, I should certainly have the index markers. But why is it when I add the let's just include the header file and see what happens. This is all free based on a 20-year-old laptop. Sensible? No. But every aspect of these timings is tweakable. The way I'm actually doing it all at the moment is I'm just outputting a constant stream of data through the FIFO to the state machine. Even the gaps in between, I'm outputting data. Just outputting 0 for a specific number of bytes worth, which are these bits that you can tweak. And you specify that in the number of bytes between the items. Right, so I've just added the header file. Just had no, there's a data record. That's okay. So adding the header file is okay. Because all these are specified in bytes, the gaps for all the timing. If hard drive emulation works, there's no point not adding floppy to kill the floppy emu market with a $5 hardware solution. It could do floppy, I guess, but you'd need extra hardware for that because the pinout is different. Right, let's add these two objects. That's still working. But yeah, the actual outputting code is this loop here. So running on all by itself on the second CPU core. Just a single tight loop. Well, it's not the timing that changes, it's something else about it that changes. That's where we're outputting the post gap, 0 paddings. Just outputting the index pulse, more padding, each sector with its own padding, and looping. Let's put back in the code to access the SD card. I'm not using DMA. It's supposed to automatically find a PIO and state machine with the most available memory, which means it should be running on the second PIO
Briefs have become a
rather than the primary that I'm using.
most peculiar.
Right. It's killed it. It's gone. And I've not even called that piece of code. We're still running at a perfect 5 megahertz, or thereabouts, drifting very slightly in there, just a little bit of jitter. There's the index pulse. Right, here's our header. We get our zero fill, we get our A1, then we get that. That should not happen. Yeah, these are the sector headers. It finds the A100 and then it screws up. And these are showing the wrong locations, but where's the start of this sector? Every time it's the same. That shouldn't happen. But it seems to only happen with the inclusion of this code, which I'm not even calling. I don't even call this code. But I guess without this in there, it's not linking in the... it's probably optimizing away the SD card stuff, isn't it? And removing the SD object. But by having this code in, it's doing something. If I just add that one line in, to force that code to be linked in, it'll probably still do the same. Except I need a return. Only the bot has shown interest in your briefs recently. Yeah. Keep your briefs to yourself. No, that's actually working now. Weird. Okay. So put that back in. This is just not making any sense. No, it's broken again. In the same way. And the SD card's working. Let's re-upload it. Not making any changes.
The ads have commenced. Please direct your attention elsewhere for a brief respite.
No, it's gone. I'm not actually calling this code, so it shouldn't be doing anything. That would be nice if there was such a thing. That would be very nice, Ben, if there was. Got to be something that the SD card library is doing to the state machine, or to the PIOs in some way that's screwing it up.
Indeed. I thank you all for enduring those ads. The most unpleasant necessity.
Yeah, the UI does leave a little to be desired. It has to be said. But comment that code out, it works. Instantly works. Yeah, use the PIO. And that's all the PIO does. Don't think there's interrupts doing anything, no. And I'm running on a completely separate core. My code that does the pushing out of the data is running on a completely separate core. It's independent of everything else that runs. This SD card code is running on the main core. My code is running on a secondary core. So the only thing in common with them really is the state machine. Unless it's causing, just having it there is causing everything to slow down, and I'm getting glitches between bytes because I'm not feeding the PIO fast enough, maybe? Let's go set data rate. 5K, 500K. That's 5 meg. 500K. We're running at 500 kilohertz. Let's change this now to be 500 kilohertz. So everything should be, yeah, everything's now considerably slower, obviously. But it works. Right, maybe that's the problem. That it just can't seem to run fast enough now. So the glitch that I'm getting is actually the idle signal. In between bytes that are not sending right. So I might have a speed problem. Even though it's a separate core, I guess it's using it's using shared memory between. Well, so it'll be A, it'll be using shared memory, and B, I guess it's contention on the flash memory access, which is through QSBI. So the code might be running slower. But my RPM is the right sort of speed. So it's running the data at the right speed. The actual RPM, it's calculating, it's actually timing when it's generating the index pulses. Well, the thing with the Raspberry Pi Picos is they don't have any internal flash. So you have an external flash chip on the circuit board, which is where the code is stored. That's connected by SQI, which is a 4-bit parallel interface. All the code has to come off that into the internal core. It goes into a cache and then is executed. I don't know how big that cache is, but since you've got two cores, both running code separately, both wanting to read from that chip, there is going to be times when one core has to wait for the other core. Well, I'm actually running on the RISC-V cores rather than the ARM cores, because I found those actually ran slightly quicker. You can pin XIP cache. How do you pin the XIP cache? Where did that go? There it is. Where's the hardware APIs? There they go. What was it I was running on? This cores are risky, yeah. Multi-core launch core 1. go. Pico multi-core. That's just about launching. Anything for XIP? Hardware XIP cache. Pin a range of offsets within the XIP address space. Pin a range of offsets. Pinning a line at an address allocates the line exclusively for use at that address. This means that all subsequent accesses to that address will hit the cache and will not go to downstream memory. This persists until one of two things happens. The line is invalidated, the same line is pinned at a different address, start offset in bytes. But of course, Sleepy, but of course. No, don't release the hounds. Release the Kraken! 16K is a decent chunk of code, yes. So I'm not sure that the thing is, I'm not actively calling and starting the SD card. It just needs to exist for it to screw everything up. But running slower and it seems to fix the problem. What other speeds do we have in here? 5 meg is the next size up, isn't it? But that just worked at 5 meg. I'm not calling it, am I? Let's put that back in. Maybe that was a false positive that I had then. Let's try this test again. A speed test. Is it a speed thing, or is it that it's futzing up the PIOs? It's supposed to be doing an intelligent bit of testing to find out which PIO has the most available memory and using that one. So theoretically, it should be using the opposite one to the one I'm using. Right, that's currently broken. Set data rate 5 500k. Set this to be 500k and go start. And it works, right, so that is working. And we have SD card. So, and then it fails. Does it? Yeah. Of course we're running slow, so it's running out of space, isn't it, of course? I need to increase that to get it to fit. There we go, that's working there now. So that's working fine with a slower data rate. Bring the data rate back up. And it's gone. There's our glitch. Right, claim PIO. If not PIO can add program, PIO debug. Let's claim PIO. Claim unused SM. So, claim PIO. What's called claim PIO? It's attempting claim to run it on PIO 0 first. Then trying 1, then trying 2. Let's move it. So let's go 1, 0, 2. Let's just rotate those around. So it should now be running on a different one. Wait, what? Did I do something wrong? Oh yeah, well spotted. Your eyes are obviously faster than mine. Ben's eyes are overclocked. Maybe that explains a lot of things, actually, yes. They don't work as well as other people's in general, but which parts do work a hell of a lot better than other people's. It's like they're overcompensating. I suppose it's like black and white cameras are better in low light than colour ones. Right, so this now make upload. Let's get it on the card. Ben's redshifted. Oh, that's it. He's redshifted. Yes. Okay, we're running with a 5 megahertz data rate. What do I want this? I go boom. I don't get data. So it's not the PIO that it's running on. So we get exactly the same glitch. Identical glitch. Green shifted. Right, let's change my initial.
All the advertisements have commenced. Please direct your attention elsewhere for a brief respite.
Let's change my idle signal to be just 0 instead of 0 clocks. Is it resorting to idle? Ooh, it is. Look at that. That's a gap where it is unable to send data.
Indeed. I thank you all for enduring those dreadful ads. A most unpleasant experience, even for a duke.
Right, this is the function that's doing it. Where are we now? Here. Send sector. We send the header. So send header sends a 0 pad followed by a sync. Then it calculates the CRC. And it could be the access to format is now being incredibly slow. Is it RAM access is being clobbered? Yeah, the problem with DMA is memory or lack of. Because the way I'm doing it at the moment, it's the way I'm doing it at the moment, it's all data. The whole track is data. So I would need to change it to be chunks of data that are queued up into DMA, and then when DMA finishes, I then queue up the next one at the right time. Yeah, one-shot DMA, one sector at a time. So I'd have to build up the whole of that sector in memory first. Ready to send it out at the right time. Let's just make these polys local variables instead of referencing the global format structure.
Spirited debate. One hopes the ice cream remains safe.
I mean, I could do it similar and not use DMA and just build it up before sending everything out, because it might be the CRC calculation that's taking in time. MFM encoder in DMA state machine. Ooh. No, that's still just as bad a gap there, isn't it? Okay, that's not the data one. No. Send header called 0pad, which just outputs an encoded 0, and then sync, which sends the encoded A1 with the bit masked out. The next byte to go out would be this one here. CQ16 is a macro which calculates the CRC first, then sends it out. I'm going to reverse these around. So that it sends it, then calculates the CRC. And see if we get the first byte straight away. So we get 0A1 FE. If I can find one. There's supposed to be one around here somewhere. Don't know of the index. There must be one here somewhere. That looks like it should be one. It's all gone now. I just saw one. Okay. No, we're still not getting it. Unless that's a data header. In which case there should be one up here somewhere. Click on the third. Alright. Ah, bingo. No, not seeing. That's a stupid interface design. So maybe it's not even getting the header. Let's take this slot out. So we're just sending headers. A bunch of headers. That's working. Right. Okay, that working. You know why that's working? I know why that's working. It is. My theory from earlier is getting more weight to it. Our function is smaller. The code we're running is smaller. It's more likely to all fit and stay inside the XIP cache. Not his god. Over-aggressive inlining blowing the code size up, possibly. I mean, I am doing some inlining myself. I could remove that inlining. Come on, big nose, let's haggle. Won't haggle. There's only 3 instructions or so, but 3 instructions or so that are used a lot throughout it. Every time you send a byte, it calls that. No, that's still seriously messed up. It's that huge amount of time. So it's not the CRC calculation. Because the CRC calculation happens after that's been queued. So either this code is running slower or access to the FIFO is slowed down. That's true. That is true, actually, yes. Because that is done inside here. The first thing it does is calculate the CRC for the sync. Let's move that sync into there. So it calculates the CRC, then sends the sync. Am I counting cycles in a no-op loop? Not that I know of, no. I'm just outputting, or just squirting bytes into the FIFO for the state machine. This isn't the data one that I'm getting here, is it? Let me just take out the sync from the data. Because I'm changing things and nothing's happening, so I'm wondering if I'm actually seeing the data sync there. Yeah, I'm using the delay field in the PIO code to get the PIO's timing correct. So the PIO, when it gets the data, runs it perfectly fine, but it's not getting the data. No, I'm not seeing this sync code at all coming in. It's not finding it. I'm not getting the header's sync code. Let's turn off the joining of the FIFO. See if it doesn't like having the FIFO joined. Nope. Nothing. That was getting a bit annoying, has to be said. Thank you for that. Let's put a bit more debugging information. Bugs present to do this should really be a variable. No print. Put it in H.
The ads have commenced. Please disregard.
It's the PIO structure. Returns the PIO number for a PIO instance. Okay, PIO num PIO.
Indeed. I thank you all for enduring those as a most unpleasant necessity.
It's a variable bug, a Heisenbug. Heisenbug is more quantum, simultaneously exists and doesn't. Right, this is running on PIO 2. In state machine 1 with offset 16. Schrodenbug. So this, my code is running in PIO number 2. PIO program. Not on here. So PIO program. There's no documentation for it, is there? Arduino 15 packages, RP2040 hardware. So PIO program.h and CPP. Okay, can I pin it to a specific one? Prepare PIO, SM, offset, GPIO start, GPIO count, Possibly load into a PIO and allocate a state machine. Relies on the internal stuff to try and allocate it. Actually, that's not being used. Load it into IRAM. It then uses the internal PIO claim free SM and add program for GPIO range. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I have to finish. I have pooch to deal with. I have to go. Right. We shall continue with this on Saturday. I shall be back Saturday. No Shelby this weekend. So, back after you. Oh, you're going to cut off early tomorrow? Yeah, I can go on after yours if you want to stop early tomorrow and go and eat. I suppose it's advisable that you go and eat, isn't it? So in that case, yes, I will be back tomorrow evening at some point after Ben, and we shall carry on with it. 6 to 8, so probably about 8 o'clock then. I shall return tomorrow. No Shelby this weekend, no. He's not having a great time with his puddy tat. So he wants to spend as much time with the puddy tat as he can, and I don't blame him. Puddy tat's not well, so he's spending quality time with his cat, which is fine. So, yes, I shall be back after Ben tomorrow, and we shall continue with this and work out why the hell it's doing what it's doing. We all understand, yes, it's not nice when it's your beloved pet is not doing well. He's old, he's very old. So, get what time you can with him. It'll work as soon as the stream stops, absolutely. And the output will start working. The SD card will suddenly stop working. About 20, yes, could be, yes. He's very old. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to run my outro and do the waffly bit. It's a good age for a cat, is 20. Yes, I shall be back tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. It's been a bizarre stream, I suppose. Things working that shouldn't, things not working that should. Ben will be streaming tomorrow from 6 o'clock. I shall be back after Ben at 8 o'clock. Too slow on the fart again. And, yeah. More of this tomorrow. Trying to get our head around what the hell's happening with it. It's doing bizarre, bizarre things. Still, we'll get there. I think 14 was my oldest cat. Before her kidneys gave up.
Oh, sincere gratitude.
Doggy dental work. Fun.
Joining us this evening. It has been a most delightful stream. A special thank you to Stream Elements, Najenko Bot, Hot Rocks Girl, A Swarm of Dead Insects, Ras PL, Sir Stuzalot 3 Farts is quite the achievement.
You still got the prize though.
Chloe Raccoon, RHK77, Sweetie Developer Dopaz, Daft Pungle, RF Programmer, Cheapin 24/7, Machinko Tech, our beloved pet Canadian, and MJ for your presence and engaging conversation. A hearty thank you to Jibin247 for
Well, no one else is going to thank the bot, are they?
most appreciated. Until next time, au revoir! Exclamation.
Right, thank you again for joining me. I will see you tomorrow after Ben. And I'm sure we'll enjoy Ben. Or at least we'll enjoy his stream anyway.
Computer, status report.
Groovy.
Oh my. Wait, am I an idiot? Oh, I'm an idiot.
We'll skip the court martial this time.
Nice.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Can anyone remember when we used to be explorers?
Wait, am I an idiot? Oh, I'm an idiot.